Good morning from Portland. Today we're exploring the Columbia River Gorge and all of the waterfalls.
A warm welcome from sunny Portland. We left Portland bright and early and headed to the Columbia River Gorge Scenic Byway. While we were on the motorway, we saw a sign saying that permits were mandatory for Multnomah Falls. So we pulled off at the Lewis and Clark day use area to try and get a pass on our mobile. It wasn't very clear if you needed a pass for the rest of the Columbia River Scenic Byway, so I bought a $5 day use pass in addition. It's still not really clear to me to this day if it was necessary, but I bought one anyway. Columbia River Gorge follows the Columbia River in Oregon. It is just east of Portland, and there is a scenic byway that runs along the stretch of the Columbia River Gorge where there are loads of waterfalls and areas of interest. Our first stop was at Crown Point, which has a great view of the River Gorge. You can really see the breadth and the depth of the River Gorge from this viewpoint. For those unaware, the Columbia River Gorge is a spectacular river canyon which is 80 miles long and up to 4,000 feet deep, and it is part of the PNW's Cascade Mountain Range. Then we headed to our next stop, which was Lateral Falls.
We are driving along the Columbia River Gorge, I think it's called today. There's a scenic byway and we're driving along it and we're stopping at loads of waterfalls on the way. And we just stopped at Lateral Falls and we're going to have the donuts we bought this morning from Blue Star Donuts.
And I've got a lemon and poppy seed and a orange olive oil, I think, to try.
So this one is an orange olive oil. I'm going to try it. All down my top. That's lovely. I'm going to try the other one because we got two. This was a lemon poppy seed. That's glazed though. The other one wasn't glazed, it was powdered. They're both quite unique tasting. It's quite a good donut shop.
Lateral Falls is a short hike, maybe half a mile from the parking lot.
So today we are at Columbia River Gorge and we are exploring the waterfall.
Lateral Falls was probably one of my favourite waterfalls because it was really accessible. It was like a 5-minute walk from the parking lot and it was incredibly grand and tall, and it was a very big return for your buck. You didn't need to make a big investment, go for a 3-mile hike to see the waterfall. It was literally really close, and the waterfall itself was very accessible. You could go down onto the rocks and you could stand right near the waterfall.
Currently at Lateral Falls, pretty big waterfall as you can see. this one is Lateral Falls, and it's probably the biggest one we've seen so far and the most impressive. It very steep elevation. I'll show you some pictures. We're down at the bottom at the base at the minute, and it's pretty breezy and it's lovely and cool. It's 35 degrees in Portland today. So yeah, this one's Lateral Falls.
I had to film in portrait to fit the entire waterfall in, which is going to be a common theme with this video because these waterfalls are just so tall.
So we just stopped at Shepherd's Falls, I think it's called, which is right behind the little waterfall. It's not quite as impressive as Lateral Falls, but there's about 8 along this highway where you can go and look at waterfalls. So we're going to keep going.
It's about a 10 to 15 minute drive between all of these waterfalls. They're all pretty close together, and the hikes to most of them are pretty short. The exception to that is Bridal Veil Falls, which is a slightly longer hike. I think it was about 1.5 miles out and back, where you walk down a cliff face. They have quite a small parking lot, but they do have toilets at the trailheads, and there's a couple of hikes that you can do there. We did the one where we went to the base of Bridal Veil Falls.
And this one's called Bridal Veil Falls. Our last stop. It's a bit loud because of the train, and it's Horsetail Falls.
We had timed entry to Multnomah Falls because of the parking situation, so we went to Horsetail Falls first, parked up and just had a wander around. That's again a very short hike from the parking lot. Multnomah Falls parking lot is just off the freeway. It's actually in between the 2 lanes of the freeway, and you have to have a permit to park there. So the reason we stopped this morning was to get that permit, and we had to go at, I think it was 2 p.m.
Okay, so we're at Multnomah Falls, which is that one, and it's the waterfall with the iconic bridge over it. So I'll show you some of the beautiful shots.
Multnomah Falls is that iconic waterfall with the bridge in front of it that you see in all the photos and Instagram. It is as beautiful in real life as it looks in those photos. Strangely, the best view of Multnomah Falls is from the bottom of the falls. We did also walk up onto the bridge to have a look at the falls closer, but if you want to get a really nice picture, your best bet is at the base of the falls. Goodbye from Oregon.